What's going on, people? Goodison here. Another video for you guys today. It's going to be a bit of a long video, so just stick around. Just listen to my opinions and thoughts. Lots of things have been going on in the transfer window. Koscielny wants to leave, so be it. Saliba may go Tottenham, so be it. Arsenal for one, as Colorado Rapids, decent. Gabriel Martinelli played well. You know, Kroenke scored a banger. Fair play to him. Okay, you got some game time. Cool. We released a new kit. Looks nice, but I don't care about the kit. I'm not here to talk about the kit. I'm going to talk about the response that Josh Kroenke has given Arsenal via his letter on behalf of his dad, Silent Stan, and the interview he's given to Arsenal.com. I'm going to try and get through as much as I can in this video, so stick around. Grab some popcorn, because you may see some emotion. Don't take it to heart, because I love this club at heart. I love Arsenal. I'm passionate about football. You know, I've woken up to some good news that I'm going in next year to the second year of uni. And my birthday's tomorrow, so I'm going to try and be as calm as possible. Even though the showers really going on in Arsenal. But, yeah, we've been doing this We Care Do You campaign for a while. Trying to get the owners of the football club to speak up, to show their ambitions, to show what is going on, so we can understand for our sake. You know, there's been a protest, 46 people. No matter how small it is, it's actually protest, and it's just been a shambles, really. But I want Arsenal to succeed and Arsenal to be ambitious. That's what I became a fan for. That's what football was about, ambition. For me, it's about that wanting to win. Yeah, so let's get right into the interview and the letter. I'm going to start off with the interview, the letter. I'm going to go through the key points he says. So we know that the family, the KSE, Kroenke and Sports Entertainment, owns Arsenal 100%. You know, so that's understandable. You know, they're going to speak on behalf of each other. That's what Kroenke said. Fair enough. Josh Kroenke on behalf of Stan Kroenke. Fair enough. You know, said that we've got passionate fans. Fair enough, cool. But while I'm going to say it in their text. So if you do, I think I'm going to be looking down at this. I'm going to read. So try and understand what I'm trying to do, okay? And while we understand, appreciate, and agree with the concerns of our club failing to achieve our goal of qualifying the 2019-20 Champions League, we respectfully disagree about our club being a crossroads that things need to change because there so much change has already recently occurred. Cool? You know, he goes in this statement about Eddie Gaspar coming in, Freddie Ljungberg coming in. Cool, there's been a lot of change. Emery coming in. You know, I understand that. And I can understand his perspective. However, the club being at crossroads is from the fact that we are falling down. We're falling as a football club, that we look like we're not going to become a successful club again. We're not going to be winning the league title. We're not going to be getting into the Champions League positions because we're not out here spending money. We're not out here being We're not out here buying players that we should be buying. We're not buying players that fit the criteria of Arsenal Football Club. You know, we're haggling over Tierney, over Saliba, for God's sake. While the market is ever expansive. Lewis Dunk is going for 45 million. You know, Maguire's going for 80 million. You know, Neymar could be going for 200 million for all we know. It's going up and up and up. And yeah. So they talk about that. And I kind of do understand that in the back room of things. I can understand it, but let me read on. We want to be clear that we are in the sports for one reason and one reason only. To win. This is where I get annoyed. Because if you want to win, you have to spend some fucking money. You have to spend over the odds for a certain player here and there. If you want that player, you have to go for it. No dilly-dallying, no messing about, because another club comes in for him, shows more ambition to get the player more, they'll buy him. It's as simple as. If Napoli were to bid 30 million for Tierney, hands on, they'll get their man. Whereas 18 million and 7 million on add-ons will not get the Scotsman. Just saying. 45 million transfer budget will not get Wilfried Zaha. That is not going to work. We've made apparently 45 million. I don't get it. I don't get the transfer budget. I don't get how much money we have. What I am seeing is from the media reports that we're haggling over these players. And the deals would have gone over the line like last season when we brought Torreira, when we brought Leno, when we brought Socrates Papastofopoulos, Guendouzi, and when we got Lichtsteiner on the free. We wasn't messing about. We had got these deals done by last year. I think. Well, some of them mainly. So we're just haggling over deals and we don't even need to be. We could have got Tierney by now. We could have got Saliba by now. You know, Zaha could have been on his medical. We could have been trying to force him out. Had Kroenke been like, you know what, it is 200 million. And that would have got the fans happy. That would have got the fans being, it wouldn't be at such a crossroads. Yes, I am still at the part where we said we need to win. Or the club to win. But I don't look at it from that. I look at it from the club as you're investing in Arsenal to make as much money as possible. That's where I see things. I don't look at it as being ambitious enough. Let's continue. There is simply no better feeling in sport than winning at the highest level. We're not at the highest level right now. We're not in the Champions League. We're in the Europa League. That's not highest level. If you wanted to win and be in the highest level, you would have given us the transfer budget in January. 50 million at least. We wouldn't have been haggling over Dennis Suarez. We would have probably got Carrasco then. And maybe he would have helped us beat the likes of Tottenham Hotspur away from home. And I know I'm not trying to sound naive, but maybe we could have got at least a point out of those fucking games where we capitulate. You know, we know what games we've capitulated. I don't need to say it anymore. We will continue to push forward, trying to balance the short and long-term vision without abandoning the core principles of the club that have sustained us for the past 133 years. Do you remember when we went all out on that day and we signed Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Henrik Mkhitaryan, and we got Mesut Ozil over the line, and we didn't care about Alexis Sanchez? I looked at those transfers and I was like, you know what? We got a good deal and we showed ambition. We wanted to keep our star player. We took the risk. Now we look at it as a player that doesn't care about football. And we got Lacazette and Aubameyang that really do. And Mkhitaryan hasn't been the best player. But I remember that feeling of ambition, of excitement at the club, even though we were sixth. I'm more excited then than I am excited now. And I remember when we signed Mesut Ozil for 42 million, we splashed that out on the last day of the season, of the transfer window, where fans were confused. But we went all out, became ambitious, and signed one of the best attacking midfielders at the time. And we had success follow through with the likes of Alexis Sanchez coming in. That was when I saw ambition. You know what we did the season after? We only signed Petr Cech, for fuck's sake. And the free signing of... I fucking can't even remember. That's how bad it is. Now last season when we spent 42 million, when we have bought... That showed me ambition. When we spent that and bought that calibre of a player, I know it's changed. We ain't going to get a calibre like that for 42 million anymore. Fair enough. But players are going up in price. You win regardless if you buy the players or not. They have a good season. Double their value, for fuck's sake. But yeah, so the sustaining model is not going to work anymore. You're going to have to invest. You're going to have to take the gamble. 30 million on Mustafi, you got to brush that aside now. If we bid 30 million for a good centre back in, let's say 40 million from City, chances are he has a good season at the club, and another club will want to buy him for maybe double the money. For example, PSG. That's all I have to say for that bit. You know, he does say here, unfortunately, the last 45 minutes of our season were not our best. On behalf of our family at KC, you are only as good as you are in your last match. No. We could be better than that. We can be better than that. We could have been as good as that game we played against Valencia. The last 45 minutes in that game. The last 45 minutes against Napoli. The full 90 minutes against Man United and against Chelsea at home. The 4-2 win in the second half against Tottenham Hotspur. We can be as good as that. We could be better than that. Have we got the right funds? Have we got the right money? The right ammunition in the players? We could have had as good as that. Not the 4-1 loss against Chelsea, for fuck's sake. Can't just say shit like that, for fuck's sake. But, sure, he was there in the cup final. Where was your dad? Where was your dad throughout the home games? Where was your dad in the big games against Tottenham Hotspur away from home? Where was he? I don't care. It's bullshit. He's all in the LA Rams at the Super Bowl final. But where is he in our biggest games? It goes on to says Eddie Gaspar represents the final piece of an important jigsaw puzzle. Cool. Fair enough. You've made the changes. I get that. That's cool. I respect that. But they say that they have a job to do and they attack it daily. No, you don't. You have other clubs to talk about to attack daily. You don't care about us more than them. Maybe less than them. That's how I see it. Otherwise, you'd have invested and said, you know what? Fuck it. 200 million. Fuck the values. The values were success. The values are ambition. We had that ambition. It's gone. Yeah. Our ambition. Yeah. Our club has beautiful history full of honour, class, trophies, commitment to the community and player development, and we will take immense pride and no doubt continue to honour. We must be aggressive and creative in the modern day transfer market to push what's possible on the pitch and how it's evaluated and pursued with the biggest trophies in English and European football. If you want to do that, spend the money. But it comes out of your pocket. You don't want to spend, we ain't going to win. It's as simple as that. We will fall. That's it. He goes on to say thank you for your passion and whatnot. But then we go into the article. I'm not going to go through it too much. There's a question. And we asked, there's skepticism out there. What do you say to our skeptics and all our fans? He goes on to say thank you again, blah, blah, blah. But we need to understand that we're a group of there and that we all have the same interest. No, you don't. Your interests are money. Our interest is success of the club. So we don't have the same interest, Mr. Kroenke. We fucking don't. Unless you guys went and said, we are so ambitious in the club that we are going to take money of our own forces, our own funds, and we're going to give it to you. Just like what Man City have done, what Chelsea have done, what Tottenham have done, what Liverpool are doing, what all these clubs. Otherwise, we wouldn't be in this mess. You know, he talked about we're excited for the look of the day and good. I am. I want success. I'm not excited to finish 8th or 9th. That's how I feel. I feel like I'm going to finish 8th or 9th. I don't want to see that. I don't want to have our best victory be a 3-0 win against Bournemouth in the third round of FA Cup. I don't want that. I want our best to be a good, solid 2-1 win over Man United in the Europa League final. I want us to say, you know what? That was a brilliant performance against Tottenham Hotspur. We're now fucking 4th in the league. And we got that cemented in place. We've got that 4th position at least. And we can build on for 3rd to get 2nd to 1st. And then in the further down the line, I want to say our best victory was a good 2-0 win over Man City, where we are 4 points clear of them in the remaining 8 games of the league. That's what I want to say. But we can't. So, if you spend the money, we've got more chance of doing that. You don't, we fall behind. And then this guy goes on and says, be excited in the transfer market. I don't look at haggling over Tierney as excitement. I don't look at haggling over Pepe's excitement, or Zaha, or whatnot. I don't look at that as excitement. What I see as excitement is what I've mentioned before. You either get the money out or we suffer. It's as simple as that. I'm glad they've responded, but I've had my say in the letter. We care, do you? We will spend, will you? That's all I have to ask, is to spend and show the ambition that we want. In a bit, people.